Postmates for your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm not even kidding or joking around. We use Postmates every single day. Excessively in our lives.
In fact, there isn't an app that we use more than Postmates.
Yeah, than Postmates. And we would literally we would do this for free. That's how much Postmates means to us. George, just pick them up. Postmates, whatever you want, guys. Like, let's suppose you're like, yesterday when your mom was over, right? I said, "Are you hungry, Ma?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Call Postmates. What do you want?" I go, "Come, let's go to not PF Chang's, Panda Express.
Yeah.
Jersey's Mike's. Whatever you want, they'll get it, and they're always on time. They're always kind. It's the easiest app I've ever used. It's the best, guys. Tell them about it, Gills.
For a limited time, Postmates is giving you $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. That's a lot. To start your free deliveries, download the app today and use the code BELLY. That code is BELLY for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. Save the hassle. Get the food you love fast at Postmates with the code BELLY.
It's the best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't we do that sometimes? Why don't you go from 1 to 5 sometimes?
I think you do that every week.
You do it every week.
Oh, I do every time?
Yeah.
We'll do it again then.
Oh, come on.
5,
and you do that every week too.
No, just do it again. Do it again. Do it.
5, 4, 3,
2, 1, 0, -1, -2.
negative.
I've never done that, lady.
That's new.
All right. Welcome to another episode of TB, man. TigerBelly.
Is that the big intro? You told me to be prepare.
Name yet.
Prepare for this intro I'm going to do. Just we do this thing as unusual here. A little intro. I don't want to throw you off your game.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Davey.
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead. I ruined your whole thing. You want to do the intro again?
No, it's fine. You know,
it was riveting.
I like you, and I'm a fan of yours, and I'm just gonna succumb to your needs.
I was enjoying it.
I know. So today we have Khalyla, my girlfriend.
I'm here.
We've got the beautiful brown.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that beautiful brown.
Wow.
He usually calls me
brown.
flat face, but
Flat face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's easy on the eyes.
Yeah, he is. Right.
Look at that hair at the top. It just kind of
Stop. This is
it's
embarrassing.
just devil may care. It just kind of woke up like that, disheveled.
Dave, guess what race?
Went with it.
What race?
What Asian?
What kind of Asian?
Filipino.
Oh, wow! Wow!
I know my shit.
Oh, how about this? What? She's a half of something.
Well, she's half South American. Correct?
No.
Really? Dominican Republic. I'm sorry.
No.
But I hear that's
your
the
vape
best
fell.
deal.
Your vape fell. Okay. George, pick up his vape. He's a fucking rock star. Pick up his vape.
Where are you from?
Half Asia. So it's the other
Half
half's
Asian.
Asia.
So guess the Asian part.
Oh, the Asian part.
Yeah.
It's some like Polynesian.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Micronesia. One of those.
There we
weird.
go. Very close.
It's Anesia though.
Yeah,
Indonesia.
It's a
Indonesia.
It's a different Indonesia, man.
Close enough. Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Well, you guys said you set that all up like it was going to be a different answer.
I know. It's
Okay, you're
sabotage.
good with him, but can you guess her? It's also the Philippines.
Yeah. So she's half Filipino and half French.
Just the good half.
Egyptian.
I refuse.
Quarter Egyptian.
French.
Come on.
And then we got George here, and then we got his cousin Bryce.
Michigan.
And
Bryce.
they're white dudes from the country.
These are the whitest people I've ever seen in my life. Ever.
good.
I mean, it's amazing.
This is exactly why we have him. And we have a special guest here. I've known him for many years. I've worked with him before. My first concert was his concert.
Oh.
I went to Lollapalooza and I saw Jane's Addiction play. And he's in the band, Jane's Addiction. And he's also has his own podcast and he's had his own like talk show and all different kinds of things. He was on that tattoo show. What was that tattoo show?
I'm still on it. It premieres tomorrow night.
Yeah, what's it called?
When does this air?
Tomorrow night, dude.
Okay, well, it's on right now, so stop what you're doing. pause it.
Yeah.
Run to your DVR.
Is it inked?
Ink Master.
Ink Master. You're a judge, right?
I'm a host and judge.
Yeah, you're the host and judge. Watch. What channel is it on?
Paramount.
It's on Paramount Network.
Paramount Network, Ink Master, guys.
That's right.
And we have a very special guest.
Tuesdays at 10.
All right, Dave. Dave Navarro, everybody. Clap it out. Dave Navarro is here.
And I would implore you guys to set your DVRs because even if you don't watch it, it counts.
Oh, it does, yeah.
In the
have
Nielsen rating.
they have the capabilities of
So
doing
just
that.
set your DVR. You don't even have to watch it. I don't care.
Who else is on the Ink Masters?
Well, it's all tattoo artists competing for $100,000.
Oh,
so
I
it's
see.
like it's
It's
basically Project Runway.
Right.
But you can throw a dress away. You can't throw away a bad tattoo.
And so you're the host, but you're not the judge then.
I am a judge as well. So I'm
You
a
are.
host, and I host. Basically, I do the A to B to C. Like today, we're gonna do 6-hour black and gray tattoos, and go ahead.
Oh,
And that's all on the
wow.
cards.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then when it comes to the judging, that's all off book, and it's real critiques. And I'm the voice of the client, someone who doesn't do tattoos,
Yeah.
but comes in and buys them. Like
Now, how do you choose the artist? Do you?
I have nothing to do with that.
Do they have? Are they just all of the same great level of
Definitely not.
artistry? Or
Definitely
there's
not.
this
I would say that they're all pretty talented enough to get on the show, but I would imagine that there's some behind the scenes like psychiatric evaluations.
Yeah.
Like who isn't going to get along with who? Let's go with these two. Because it's a show.
Right.
They want a little drama. So.
But these are all guys from different cities, and they're
Yeah.
probably the best in their city, though.
Well, that's what we find. A lot of these people think that they're a lock, and then they get to New York City, where people
Right.
from around the world, and people are fucking great. I mean, some of the shit they can do. So it's a fun show. We've done it for 11 seasons. I started
Wow.
season 12
Wow.
in January. Yeah.
Wow. You've been on it
stunned.
for 11 years?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
It's all in New York.
Oh, wow. So you fly over there and do
I
it.
stay in New York 3-4 months out of the year.
Oh,
It's not bad. I stay in a hotel. They gave me the option. They're like, we can get you a bed and breakfast, Airbnb,
Yeah.
right? A little apartment, or a hotel. And they tried to downplay the hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, well, see, if I shoot for 12 hours and then I go back to my Airbnb, where do I got to go to the market? Like to get food? Where do I got to go?
Oh, yeah.
I go to laundry. I got to clean the
you
house.
don't
No,
want that.
housekeeping, room service, new movies.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Right.
You know
and
what I
then
mean?
sometimes some places do your laundry.
Yeah.
Do they do that there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's what I'm talking about. What am I going to go to the market after 12 hours of shooting? I mean, I guess I
How
could.
much pussy do you get?
I've not.
I mean, look at him.
Very handsome. Yeah.
Khalyla, look at.
I know.
How much pussy does he get? This one.
I can't even tell how old you are.
Well,
I know. You know
51.
do you ever age?
51.
51. Look
fuck?
at this.
I think you're Asian.
Yeah.
I must be.
I think you
I must
are.
be.
You're Hispanica for sure because of the Navarro.
I'm definitely Hispanic.
Navarro.
That's the one.
You
Yeah.
have that.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't go in the sun.
you have not cracked
that's
a
not-
bit.
Don't go in the sun. That's the key.
I was a swimmer for 15 years. I'm all raisined up.
A swimmer for 15 years.
Yeah, she was pro too, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Look at her
Couldn't
body.
help
dude.
it. Dude, my body. I'm retired.
body.
I've been retired for like 15 years.
Get up and do a
also.
360.
You know what's so funny, Dave? Because I hadn't seen you in a while, and when I was at the Laugh Factory and I walked past you,
Yeah.
in my head I'm like, that looks like Dave Navarro, but there's no way because that guy's young.
Oh, I like that.
I really,
I
then I
love
saw
that.
that. What's the other guy's name that you were with? I like
Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Todd, and then it clicked. I'm like, no, that is Dave.
Yeah.
And then I hugged you. I was like, but you look.
I had
exactly
no idea
like-
that you were playing that night.
Well, I've had some rough times, Dave. since-
No, it was killer. It was one of the
Thank
best
you-
sets I've seen you do.
Thank you.
But I went in there to see Dana Dude, who's a mutual friend of ours,
Yeah.
and he asked us to come support him, and we went down there, and then we hung around for Bobby's set, and it was fucking great.
Yeah, it was so good to see him.
It was
and
fucking great.
Dan's very talented, that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew he was a good actor. I knew he did a lot of he's done like a lot of Disney type kids stuff. He was cast as a character named Falafel Phil on a kids show.
Really?
And I guess he got the role before like the whole cultural like appropriation
Right,
thing. That was
yeah.
going on, you know what I mean? And so like I think that they tanked Falafel Phil, but he
you know-
ended up doing pretty good on Cobra Kai and stuff.
I like Falafel Phil. Like Judd Apatow the other day apologized for his. He goes, "Sorry for making you so stereotypical on Pineapple Express." He said that
that?
illegitimately
To
though.
you?
Yeah, but not in a joking way. Like, he really apologized. And I just want to tell white people that you guys, that shit, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? You can call me Gookie Boy Magoo just as long as I'm in a movie. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be your feature.
Call me Gookie Magoo.
As long as you're the lead.
I'm the lead.
As Gookie Boy Magoo.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a little different when it's like Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's playing the Chinese landlord.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crossing the line.
Or
I mean,
John Wayne, right?
Or John Wayne played Genghis Khan in The Conqueror.
And David Carradine played the fucking
Kung Fu
guy.
But David Carradine is not Asian?
No. None of these guys are Asian.
Wait.
Say his last name.
Carradine.
Yeah, David Carradine.
Bobby, first of all, there's an R in his last name. Awesome.
Whatever his name is.
Carradine.
You know what I mean? I thought that he was Asian because the way he died.
Wait, the asphyxiation?
Yeah.
Oh, the erotic asphyxiation covers all races.
Oh, it does?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought a lot of Asians did that.
Well, Asians are super into that.
I know.
I don't know what's the. Are you guys into this? You are. So you're into. You like it when Bobby chokes you during sex.
I do.
Why?
He doesn't like choking me, but I always.
He doesn't, does he? I don't like it either.
Doesn't. He's not Asian in that way. He's very gentle.
Yeah. Like
I
she stuck her finger on my butt
Can you
once.
explain how'd that go?
It was watertight.
Did you say, do you happen to have a finger that's more dick shaped?
I did not say that, Dave, because I'm not gay.
Bro.
I don't even
But how
like
can it be gay if it's her finger?
But even if her finger looked like a...
That's right.
I will tell you that he always comments on how exceptionally long my fingers are. So maybe he dates me because I have bigger than normal hands.
That's some suppressed homosexuality.
No.
Hey, what's your name? Let me see your hands. Oh, you're good. What are you doing Thursday night?
Yeah, no.
So wait, so why? What is the sensation with the choking? Because I get girls, they ask me to choke them. I'm like, okay, I guess this is kind of hot. But to be honest with you, it's fucking work for us.
It's sort of primal in a sense where it kind of knocks you off of the other senses.
Yeah, knocks ours out too. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now we're am I killing her?
Yeah.
Is I hurting her? My arm's getting tired? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I can't quite figure out if it's more of the domination thing that gets me off or if it's the actual act of being asphyxiated.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it does, you know.
Because Bobby and I are of a time where we've watched that become popular over the years. Like, it didn't used to be like that.
It wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't a thing. Choking wasn't a thing.
When you did that, when you choked, they would call somebody. And you'd get arrested.
Oh, in this day and age?
Yeah.
Choke me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, in this day and age, I get girls sending me texts, and I'm like, I am not going to respond to that.
Yeah.
Screenshots.
But you never.
It's a fucking problem.
Yeah, but you've always been the married guy. You never were like
married.
I mean, you were married at three times, right?
Oh, at one point, I was married for 5 years with Carmen.
With Carmen, yeah. Well, you weren't married before that.
Not really. Oh. Those were like shotgun Vegas. We're crazy 20 kids in our 20s.
Right.
Let's do something really expensive and stupid.
I went to your bachelor party. Did you know that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a good one.
That was,
What is it? A combined
It was a combined one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again.
So you were on the TV show then?
What show?
Till Death Do Us Part.
He must have been.
I watched it because
I watched it too.
I was in high school.
Filipinos
and I
love.
I don't think I know. I don't think I was. I don't remember being on the show, but I remember going down a dark hallway, right? And there was like a African American man in a suit. And then he...
What was it? Whoa.
In Vegas.
So that's not my party.
It was a man in a suit.
Yeah. Well, black man.
Does it have to be black?
I mean, that's who he was, though.
But is it racist by telling the truth, or is it racist by pointing out the difference?
Whoa.
Dave Navarro,
I'm just curious. I'm asking for my... I don't know what to say.
You're right. So let me sit...
Because the board operator on my show, Darren, I'll walk in. I'm like, hey, Todd, what's happening? What's up, Jessica? What's up, Dan? Oh, Darren, my man, what's happening, man? I do that. I do it. Oh shit, brother, what's up?
So crazy that you say that because I've been thinking about that as of late.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Try and blend
we do
in.
these little things, right? That is like a little. It is weird. Why do we do that?
Is his blackness pertinent to the story? No. If it's not, then it's not worth mentioning.
Yeah, because it.
Like my mom all the
it is pertinent to the story because what he was claiming, if I may, is he was walking down a quote unquote dark hallway, and there was a black man at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, Bobby.
He was trying to set up a scary scenario.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That is what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
And I go down there and there's a black guy at the door.
Do it again.
Retract.
I'm gonna do it again. All right.
Let's say white guy.
All right. No. I'm not. I'll do it the way I want to fucking do it, Gilbert. Don't ever tell me what to
Fine,
do. All right.
do whatever.
I'm in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I go down a light hallway.
A well-lit hallway.
Yes, well-lit.
At the Hard Rock Hotel.
Yeah, it was very well lit.
It wasn't like
right?
some off the strip like.
And there was a
fucking-
humanoid.
So we don't know. Just
There was a humanoid at the and I forgot what he was wearing, but he was definitely not an android, but a humanoid, right? And he goes, "Welcome to." He goes, "Welcome to Dave Navarro's Carbon Electric Bachelor Party."
Okay.
Right.
It sounded black.
Very urban. A lot of urban notes.
And I walked in, and there were just humanoids in a room, and they were just doing things.
Yeah, but here's the problem. So I'm like with Carmen, like we're gonna throw it together. It's gonna be really wild. And then like Carmen, these two girls want to take us to another room. Like, what do you say? Let's fucking go. He's like, oh, we only live once. And she's like, I'm not really feeling them.
Wow. Yeah.
That's my bachelor party, everybody. Did you notice there was a bowling alley in that building?
No, because
I noticed. You know why?
Why?
Because that's all I could do.
Right.
Fucking bowling.
Yeah. I did walk into a room. There was two girls naked.
Yep.
On I think it was like a table of some sort, and they had dildos inside them. You know?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah, and
Like
it was that
like-
kind of
Kind of
vibe.
like your girlfriend's fingers.
yeah. Yeah, but it was.
Was it the two ended where they're both in one?
I think so.
I
think that's there's
I think
a special connection. That happens there.
Yeah. They were human and they were doing that, and then I remember I brought a girl. So this is what happened.
You brought a girl to a bachelor.
Yeah, I do shit like that too all the time.
No, but listen,
fucking idiot.
Like if I went, if
You
Dave,
guys are fucking
Dave,
idiots.
if I
So
went there,
stupid.
Dave, if I went there single, I would have not gotten any pussy. I promise you that.
Strip club.
But
Come on,
it wasn't a
Bobby.
strip club. It was a private room at the Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh, okay,
And
you're right.
he's
you're right.
right though. He's right. That
I
is
would've
the law
not.
of averages.
Yeah.
That is the law of averages.
There were so many cool people there. I was just
Yeah.
like, there's no way, right? But I did a NACA conference a week before in Portland.
What's NACA?
It's like a college thing where you showcase, you do stand up and you get dates.
Okay.
It's like a show. And I met this college girl and I flew her to Vegas, and she wasn't feeling me at all. But then once I, you know me, when I said
Performed.
let's go to Dave Navarro's bachelor,
Oh, my
right?
God.
And she was like, you know him? I go, yeah, Carmen Electra. You know her?
He name dropped you to parlay into pussy. You know?
and
Great,
I
I hope
brought
it
her
worked
there,
out.
and I got laid that night.
I love that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question.
Are you jealous, babe?
Am I jealous?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Was this 2 weeks ago? No, here's the question.
Yeah.
When you do that, when you do the fly someone out that you kind of know, I'm sure it was an internet thing, right?
No, I met her at live.
Oh, you
but
met
yeah,
her live. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you actually knew her.
I kind of
Okay.
knew her, yeah.
But do you fly them out and put them in your room, or do you fly them out and get a guest room?
My room.
Why?
But I've been friend zoned in that situation before.
I see. That's the thing. I need my own room.
You've flown somebody out and not gotten laid?
No. I need my. I don't mind the rooms joining, but you know, like some girls, and I hate to dispel the myth, everybody, but some girls go number 2.
They do.
Not all of them.
Not all.
No, I'm sure you don't. You've
Yeah, I
never.
just go number 3 and 4.
You've never done that. You know, and sometimes they want a little space,
Yeah.
and so I provide that space.
They don't find it, like, let's say.
See, your way, they got to go down to the lobby
you
and
know,
find
you do have a point.
yeah.
You do have a point because essentially you're strangers, right? You don't
Yes.
know each other. Why in
That's
the
what I'm
hell
saying.
would you share a toilet with somebody you're just
That's what I'm
hooking
talking
up
about.
with?
And some of those rooms where you can hear like every little
Yeah, I hate
crinkle of
that.
paper from the next room.
Right.
Like that's not going to happen. Also, you don't know. You seem very like, you know, well kept together and like you're a little on top of your game. But some of these girls, they come over and it's like within 15 minutes, the bathroom looks like a tornado of makeup. Has
And
just
hair.
and hair
Yeah.
and eyelashes and different color bases on the sink and like.
Oh my God.
What is that all about? Why can't you guys get that together?
Well, it's quite the opposite between him and I. He can't get his shit together. This whole house was an explosion when I first met him.
Yeah.
In fact, we've really, really consolidated it down to like a few things because this guy is a hoarder.
I'm a hoarder.
Are you really?
So I'm very much the opposite.
Right.
I own like 3 things.
Yeah.
He owns
Yeah.
like 70,000 things.
I buy shoes, like 3 shoes a week.
But when it comes to getting ready, I get, girls, we like to really.
Yeah, Dave. They like.
But
to
why
get
don't you
ready.
just start a half hour earlier and then just put the stuff away as you go?
Dave, they're women.
I don't know what women habits are.
You know what I'm saying? Like I use my toothpaste, brush my teeth, I screw
Yeah.
the cap back on, put it back. Pretty easy.
I feel like that's pretty simple. Tell this guy to do that.
Yeah, I don't do that,
I
Dave.
don't know.
I don't do that, Dave. All right.
But you don't seem hoardy. I mean, this place seems
Because
eclectic.
of her,
Yeah.
Dave. She changed my fucking life. This woman, right? If without her, I wouldn't.
He would have lived in an apartment just full of shoes. When I came here, you couldn't even get to the
What
living
kind
room.
of shoes? Any shoes?
I just
Or
buy
do you-
All
I
of
buy-
it, everything.
Or
Like
you
Air
just,
Max,
like-
everything.
Yeah, everything.
So do you wait in line and you?
No, I don't do that. I don't wait in
that
line.
world?
I don't care about what. Like if it's like, what is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's me. I'm sorry.
it's okay, guys. No, I like to buy. What's up?
We have a sponsor.
And a message from our sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
Rich Wallet, Rich Wallet, Rich Wallet, Rich Wallet from the future. You guys, I've never used a money apparatus like Rich Wallet before. I never have. I thought that this wasn't going to be invented for 50 more years.
It's like Blade Runner, bro.
It's like Blade Runner in your pocket, guys. It's a wallet, right? It's a wallet. All your cards fit in so neatly and compact, right? A lot of times my credit cards break depending on what wallet you use. But Ridge Wallet, it's all secure, okay? The money clip is so tight and so delicious, okay? Probably the wrong word to use for it.
Or the right word.
Or the right
word.
Who knows? Right? It's, they can't, they can't scan, what is it?
RFID.
They can't RFID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anti-theft.
Anti-theft. They can't
Anti-theft.
anti-theft it. And they come in a variety of colors: black, titanium. They have
This is the titanium burnt. This is my favorite color.
Bobby
It's
has
a-
carbon fiber.
I have
You have
carbon
the carbon fiber.
I have the carbon
bright
fiber
blue
one. It really is a great wallet. I can't say enough about it. Tell them about it, Gills.
Go to ridgewallet.com and use the promo code TigerBelly for 10% off. That's ridgewallet.com, promo code TigerBelly.
The Tiger Belly. Now on to the show.
Also, it's Blade Runner in your
In your
pocket.
pocket. Rich Wallet, Rich Wallet.
Oh, we love Ridge Wallet.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, buddy. Those are killer.
Do you love Ridge Wallet, Dave Navarro?
Ridged for her pleasure.
So Dave and I, when we were in the elevator, you
can use that from now on.
I
by the
will.
way.
Rich for her
Rich for her. What is it?
For her
Pleasure.
pleasure.
Rich
Yeah.
for
Ridge
her
for her
pleasure.
pleasure.
Yeah. Do you have a Ridge wallet?
I will. I'm on my
We should
way.
get 'em.
I'm gonna
Do we
go
have
to the
any?
website.
Do we have any?
I don't have any extra. We should have extra ones sitting around.
You can't keep them in stock. That's how good they are.
They just fly off the shelves so quickly.
So when we're in the elevator, you were saying that you were painting you're doing some art.
I'm doing a memorial piece. Do you know Freddie Negretti used to work at, or he does work at Shamrock Tattoo, Mark Mahoney's place on Sunset Strip.
No.
His son Isaiah, who's a great tattooer and a good friend of ours, recently died of an overdose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a memorial, and they're accepting art. They don't want gifts and all that stuff. So I'm gonna do painting and just leave that there.
And then you said in the elevator, you said, "What's up with all the hanging?" Like
Hanging. Have you guys noticed the influx of hangings lately?
Suicide by hanging?
Yeah. It just seems to me like it's become the go-to. Like Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington,
Right.
Anthony Bourdain.
right.
I feel like it's a very male thing to do. I think males commit suicide so differently than women. Women have, I think, the statistic is women usually go for the less aggressive way of.
I don't know. I went to a
suicide.
memorial the other night. I can't believe I lost 2 people in a week. Wow. And I went to a memorial the other night for a girl who jumped. Who sent a text? I'm here at this bridge and I'm jumping. And
You know what? I was at my sister's last week in Atwater Village, and the train goes past there, and we were outside. We were riding, and we heard this thud. And we were like, "Huh, what was that?" And then we walked outside, and they had cordoned off this whole area, and the girl just threw herself in front of the train, and we heard it.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Why do they do it in like the old school ways?
That's what I don't understand. With the pharmaceuticals they have now.
Yeah, like phenobarbs. I mean, just, you know what I mean? Phenobarbs are the way to go.
I'm going to go real old school. I'm using guillotine.
So you have to go on eBay. You have to look
I'm going to build my own machine. Because I don't want anyone involved.
Well, you know how like if you're going to blow your own head off with a shotgun, you basically have to use your big toe on the trigger.
Right.
Imagine trying to get the lever of the guillotine, like that frustrating thing. Like you just can't. Your neck's in the thing. You're like, oh, damn it, I can't.
I know. I would create an apparatus where where your hands are through the little slots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and I would have it right here.
Yeah.
Right, like I'd have like little chimpy hands, right, and I would do the lever like this, and then my head would go.
I feel like you know what's gonna happen.
What?
Like you're gonna get a slice of your forehead off. Now you're alive, but now you have like half a head.
Right.
You know.
Even flatter. You can't have that.
I have a flatter face.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
You know the shotgun one.
Yeah.
The way, you know how sometimes they do it. Like that girl that just got the new face.
the girl who got the new face.
She killed herself, and now her face looked like a pumpkin. And then all of a sudden, she wants to live.
No, well,
What?
she actually had to go through really rigorous and extensive
why-
psychotherapy because
Yeah.
she never had. This is the dangerous thing about you being in the throes of being a teenager is that a girl like her who never really had any type of chronic depression or never any documented mental illness, she just had a random spur of the moment bad decision, and that's why she became a candidate for a face transplant. Now, if she was somebody that had sought therapy as a teenager or had been on meds, she wouldn't have been a candidate.
Was the face from a recently deceased person?
Who died from an overdose.
Was that person hot? Because I would say if I'm...
She was in her 30s, and the girl who got the face transplant is 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd ask for a younger. Has anybody else?
Really?
I'm not getting no 30-year-old face. Come on.
Really?
I'm kidding. You can't be picky if you're getting a new face.
Yeah, it's like...
Well, what does she look like?
Yeah.
I wonder if she's... Can you have a face transplant of another race?
That's what I would do. I would do a black face.
I would get a black guy.
And I'd have a yellow body and a black face. I would look fucking mysterious.
Dude.
Mysterious.
Imagine walking around.
You'd be on your way out the door. He'd be upgrading in a minute.
Yeah, and I would be a doorman at your next bachelor party in an ominous hallway.
But I feel like for me, the mental health issues are a really important thing for me.
Yeah.
I work a lot with Music Cares, with this organization I started called Above Ground, which tries to get the message out there that it's okay to ask for help. It's actually a great strength to reach out for help rather than to show your vulnerability is something that takes a lot of strength. And a lot of people are afraid to do that. There's a lot of shame and feeling that way. And I work really closely with that stuff. So this stuff hits me really hard because I've been at that place where my friends have been, and I've taken the steps. I've written the note. I've stockpiled the drugs. I put my affairs in order with my accountant.
Wow.
Like I called my accountant. I was like, in case something ever happens to me, my assets should go blah blah blah.
Wow.
Right. And so
how close have you gotten though?
That was the closest ever.
Okay.
And what I did, which is what I think is the natural thing, is that I got as many drugs as I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna ride this out for a week and just have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then somewhere in that week, I just I let go of that plan.
Yeah.
But I would think falling asleep and drifting off peacefully.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit better than hanging myself.
Yeah. I think
I'm not trying to recommend any
I know, yeah.
way.
I do think that hanging is not a very... I think it actually happens really fast. It's kind of like people imagine drowning to be a horrible thing.
Yeah.
But once you're kind of depleted of oxygen, you go very quickly.
But nobody's ever come back to tell us that, have they?
Scuba divers. There are people who have
fine.
But you
this is the way to go.
You have like scuba divers who go into bends, say for instance, and they go through a nitrogen narcosis, which is sort of like this state of euphoria.
But have you ever been asked questions like, would you kill a baby to save two babies? Those kinds of questions.
Oh God, that's a no.
Right. So for me, it's like, would I rather burn or drown? That's the one that keeps me up at night.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
okay, or Would you rather get buried alive? That's my number one no. Buried alive is out.
Buried alive is always whatever the opposite of that is, or the other option is the option I take.
Me too.
Yeah, which is the option of drifting off into dreamland.
yeah. Buried alive is
the worst for me.
imagine you're in a casket.
That's a slow death.
You're in there. You're alive until the oxygen runs out. But
alive in a casket.
Conscious, yeah.
I don't know. Would they provide Netflix? I mean, I'm cool with it as long as I get service down here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or at least like a cell phone.
I'm streaming The Crown. I'm halfway through
full
season 2.
so I can play Bejeweled or something.
The Crown's the best. He won't watch it.
Dude.
The Crown's the best.
Hey, fuck you and The Crown, man.
Crown.
All right,
Careful,
I'm tired of people telling me what to watch.
Tell him how good John Lithgow is as Winston Churchill.
Yeah, and not only that, but I'm super connecting with her all of a sudden. I don't know if you're noticing that.
The Crown.
I don't care. I'm not threatened. I honestly am not threatened. You know what I mean?
The Crown, which they're bringing back, and Claire Foy's not going to be in it. It's going to be somebody else.
Yeah, because it's a different part of the Queen's life.
Have you seen season 2?
It's the woman from it's that other show. It's that murder mystery show from a BBC show. She's playing the Queen, and I love her.
Oh,
so
yeah, from Broadchurch.
From Broadchurch.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Oh, love her.
Oh my god.
I'm into all these like foreign drama.
Do you watch Killing Eve?
I never watched Killing Eve.
That's the one. That's another BBC show you have to absolutely watch.
Are you
it's
sure?
with Sandra Oh and this other.
Oh no, I tried that. I didn't like it because it was too cutesy.
It's not cutesy. It's straight up
cutesy.
gore.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're on the same boat. It's too cutesy, bitch.
It was written as if what's her name? Shonda Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes was in it.
Yeah, it was written.
Really?
It's just like cutesy
Cutesy, like
She
it's
may
like-
as well be Dr. Yang.
They might as well put Teletubbies in there, man.
She may as well be
Smurfs,
Dr.
bro.
Yang.
I love that girl who plays the killer, the murderer.
I couldn't stick
fuck
around.
it,
I
fuck
just
it.
saw Dr. Yang.
Yeah.
George is my
there's a-
person. How could he be your
How
person
can you
when he's
not
my
like-
person?
Listen, there's an episode where an Asian guy goes in and he gets his balls crushed for pleasure.
God.
That doesn't make any sense.
She's trying to make it sound appealing.
I
It
know.
is
an
appealing.
Asian guy in it.
Yeah.
He's
No,
like
Bobby,
some-
you love this one.
Yeah,
An
but our
Asian guy.
penises already look like it's crunched, so it doesn't make any sense. Here's in terms of analogies. Christians use this a lot. I'm gonna do it to you, Gilbert.
Okay.
All right. No, I'll do it to you, Dave.
Okay.
So let's suppose you lived in a house. This is what Christian has actually done this analogy for me.
Okay.
You live in a house, right, and you have a son. Okay. You're a single father.
Okay.
And in the backyard of your house, there's a train track.
Okay.
Okay. And in your backyard is also a lever to switch tracks.
So I could divert the train to another location.
So one night,
I'm with you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So one night, 3 a.m, you hear your kid. His foot is stuck in the tracks.
Yes.
You run out there and you have to make a split decision. Decision. Switch the track, you kill 5,000 people, or if you don't switch the track, you kills your son. What would you do?
I would just cut my son's leg off. You can't do that?
That's not even
Good option C.
There's no option C in this. That's what I would do too. That's what I would do. I would do that
And
too.
I would make it up to him.
I know.
You know?
Getting the
I give
best
him a
prosthetic
cybernetic leg.
ever.
Yeah, that's the future from
dude.
Tokyo.
The
Right.
sickest new Air Jordans.
I know.
I only have to buy one at a time.
I know.
Now these shoes aren't going to be cost me an arm and a
But
leg.
that's not
'cause I'm
an
only buying
option.
one.
Fuck hard. All right. Fuck hard. Hey, fuck hard. All right.
Okay.
So
I mean,
interesting.
I think I don't know if I could live with either decision, so I might as well save my son and then off myself.
Right. But Christians go, but God didn't switch the tracks.
No.
That's what they say.
They sacrificed his own son?
He sacrificed his own son.
Let me tell you.
Isn't that what Abraham did?
Let me tell you the thing about Christianity and God and why do bad things happen and blah blah blah. God, it's in the fucking Bible. We have free will. Mm-hmm. Boom. That's the reason.
Yeah.
The reason we have pain and anxiety and stress and sadness is to have some sort of baseline contrast so we can learn to experience joy. Wow. Let me teach you this right now.
Dave Navarro philosophy.
Well, I'll say like the source of all suffering, emotional suffering is self-centric thinking. Mm-hmm. So you can blame it all on God, but the fact of the matter is He gave you free will to make the choice on the switch. So you can't run to I need a decision out of you now, in light of this new information.
pressure's on. Good.
God gave you free will.
Yeah.
I think I would have to save my son.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm quite certain that my son would go on to do much greater things than any of those 5,000 people.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend loving someone that much and then watching them, having the option to save them and not saving them.
Well, I mean, look at your sister.
I cannot comprehend not saving her. I
Yeah,
would kill
exactly.
5,000 people for her.
What
And
happened
that
to your
sounds
sister?
horrible. Nothing.
No, I'm just saying that if it was her sister, she would not. She would switch the tracks. My brother Steve, I would switch the tracks.
That's what I'm saying.
I love my brother so much. There's no way I could.
However, I do think she would really, really hate me for the rest of my life if she knew 5,000 people
But you have a
died on her
split second,
behalf.
though. You have a split second.
She would have been
decide.
like, "Why did you do it, Khalyla? It was the wrong decision." I think she would kill herself, knowing that.
Oh well, I mean, now it's like
because she's such a compassionate person, and
Thanks
she
for having me down, Bob. This is a great show.
It's a great podcast. Really enjoyable.
Go home and write my notes.
I know, I understand that, but in the fucking elevator, you're like, "What would you do?" You're like hanging and all that stuff.
Well, no, I
what
don't
you opened
understand.
with. That's what you open with, Dave.
Because we know off the mics,
Right.
on a comedic level. See, as a comedian,
Yeah.
you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
On a comedic level, I can get away with anything, but not on the mic.
Right.
That's a fucked up paradox that happens in entertainment.
Yeah.
You guys can get away with murder.
Yeah.
I say it, and it's like, fucking,
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you're similar to a comedian, though.
Uh,
Because you're.
How do you figure?
I'll tell you why. Because you've always been. I mean, I've met you through two ways. I can't talk about the one way, but the other way.
The first time?
is through. I did a sketch with you at Mad.
That's right.
So that's a comedy show.
That's right.
Right. I did a Pauly Shore live event with
in
in Vegas.
Yep.
I did go to your bachelor party,
That's
but that
right.
was But and I ran into you at the Laugh Factory. So it's like, to me, you're close to being. You have your own podcast. You're a funny guy.
I have my foot in that world, and I appreciate it and love it. And
Yeah.
it's brought so much joy to my life. But if I have to be a little bit more careful because I don't have he's an artist. He's
Right.
not a comedian.
Right.
But the fact is, in the elevator, I can say whatever I want. The mics are not hot.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were talking about just the different ways of suicide because there are like suggested sites of like different ways to do it and what's the most effective and what's the most painful.
Yeah.
Apparently,
What's the most painful?
lighting a room on fire with yourself in it is not recommended.
It doesn't sound like it. That doesn't sound like
They don't suggest that as the number one choice.
I would never even think of that.
I wouldn't either. But
Yeah.
jumping sounds terrible to me.
To me, is the drugs, because I'm a drug addict.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering drug addict.
Right,
So,
so
why
when-
not do the thing I love doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
What drugs though?
Oh, it would be heroin, coke, and hookers for as long
Right.
for as long as I could go.
Right.
And then
but
I'd be
you've
out.
done that and it didn't work.
But I would that back when I tried that before. My intention wasn't to die.
Right.
Are you talking about this last time?
I don't know. I don't know when your times were when you were trying to kill yourself.
The most recent was last night.
Oh my god.
No, the most recent was like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then, but back in the days when it was like, who gives a fuck? I'm never gonna die.
Yeah.
And I tried that way, nothing was gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But
you seem, I'll be honest with you, and this is, you seem really healthy right now.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
seem
good.
like you're clean.
Oh, yeah.
You're present.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel, I just in my 50s. I turned 51, and I was like, you know what? It's time to like, fuck it. And just
Yeah.
go live out loud and be who you are and have fun and like say yes to shit that I normally would say no to. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I've wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of time.
Yeah, but you've done.
I've done a lot of stuff.
So much.
But I've been, some of it's been really rewarding. Some of it's been really miserable. You know what I mean? You know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You're doing what you love, but yet you're, by yourself in a fucking, the Renaissance in, Ohio.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm on a show now, and I'm in my dressing room sometimes, and I get a little depressed.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know what that's about. I think in my head, because for so long I wanted to be on a sitcom, and then once I got it, and I don't like being like that. I want to be grateful for what I have, and I want to.
But I think that what you're touching upon is one of the reasons why there's such an influx of suicides and drug addiction in the entertainment business is because a lot of us are born inherently very insecure. We create and hone a craft that's going to provide us with a lot of attention.
Yeah.
We set goals for ourselves that once I make it to this thing, then everything's going to feel better.
Yeah.
And you get to that goal and it doesn't feel better, and you're like, fucking, now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So can I ask you this then?
Yeah.
Let's suppose who was one of the rock stars that died from STP? What's his name?
Scott Weiland.
Scott. Did he kill himself, correct?
I think that was an accident.
That was an accident. Who Cornell, was that an accident?
Cornell was suicide.
It was a suicide.
Yeah.
Someone like Cornell, like if he hadn't been in Soundgarden, if he hadn't been in Audioslave, if he was still just kind of average, just a working musician, you think he would have not done that then?
It's hard to say because I don't know anybody's medical history, because there's multitudes of depression, and some of them can be treated with SSRIs, some of them can't be, some of them are phobias. Everybody has a different thing. I don't know. I know in my case that it had to go to a spiritual, I had to go to a spiritual route. You know what I mean? It's the only way out for me.
Yeah. It's strange because I've had the same we've shared certain things that are similar, and I too, those are the only instances when I'm really truly happy is if I'm like out of myself and I'm really like actively going out of the and getting out of myself and helping others and doing what I need to be doing. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been doing that for a year.
Yeah.
I've been lost.
But I think you make up for it because we hoard rescue animals. And in that way,
he's like,
you're still being of service in a lot of ways.
In that way, we kind of can't even have a moment to think about ourselves because we have six animals to constantly feed and walk. And
you have six animals here.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably illegal, huh?
I hate No. We have
I think five. I think 5 is illegal.
Are any endangered?
No, they're unhealthy.
You gotta get one.
They just have rare birds.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. It's illegal to kill an American eagle. Isn't that correct in the United States?
Yeah.
But can you just go straight across to the border of Canada and shoot one down there?
Ooh.
Because they're definitely there.
I've never thought of that.
Because they're there.
There are some intruders. Yeah. They don't have their papers.
There ain't American eagle here.
Right. Well, they're crossing the border, so I think we can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you? No one would do that.
I would never do it.
No.
Yeah. Would you? You don't hunt, do you?
Hunt?
You don't seem like a hunter.
No.
Yeah.
I could never kill anything.
What's wrong with hunting for food, though? I mean, I'm just saying. Like for me, I I go into the ocean and I get my own stuff. I bring it home. I cook it for you.
Yeah, but when a white dude goes to Africa, when a white dude goes to Africa and
you mean
a
like,
lion
that's different? That's different from hunting. That's
sport.
That's like yeah, that's for sport.
That's what I meant.
That's to like mount things for prized hunting. Stuff
Paul
like that.
Bunyan, when he lived in a log cabin, hunt all you want.
Yeah, but if you're using your own body, putting yourself at risk, shooting an elk or shooting a deer, utilizing every single part of that deer to provide
hunts.
food
Joe
for
Rogan,
6 months.
Does he really?
Yeah, he loves hunting. He makes these venison like little
Steaks,
stews and steaks.
Oh my God.
He uses the fingernails to make necklaces. He uses all of it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's so ritualistic. And
Right. He saves the bones for he makes models out of them and
He
whatever.
does ceremonies with them.
Right,
It's not partying. It's a ceremony.
But when rich white dudes go to Africa and they kill a white rhino, and there's only 3 left, that's fucked up.
I agree.
There we go. Now we're on the same page finally.
I'm
right, Bryce?
Right. I don't really eat a lot of animal products.
I don't either.
But in your scenario, if I was like on that show Alone, trapped in the wild for 6 months, would I kill an animal and eat it? Of course I would.
Yeah.
But for sport, like to go kill an American eagle in Canada, I might do that too.
Would you ever do Naked and Afraid with me?
I would.
Would you?
I've gone back and forth on that. I really have.
What do you mean?
The naked aspect or the surviving?
No, the Naked's fine. He's fine.
Naked is easy. The surviving and actually doing that show.
Yeah.
Have I thought about applying?
Well,
But
they have fans now doing
Are
it.
you able to choose your destination? Like for me, my strong point is by the ocean. I can live there forever.
Right.
But if you throw me anywhere, like remotely
I think they
chilly
choose
at
it.
night, I would die. I'd be done in one day.
Well, that was the thing. Is like I'm like I could do this all day, no problem. No problem. And then, like, I'm going to go down to my car and it's going to be chilly after this.
I know.
Bobby, do you have a hoodie? It's a little chilly.
Or like,
could you do it?
I know. I know. There's no way. But
okay, the one that none of us could last is the one in the Everglades, where every
Hell
three
no.
steps they took, there was a water moccasin, a fucking snake that could kill them.
and the insects would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
The thousands of
Mosquitoes
insects.
like you. They don't like me.
Yeah, they like the fuck out of my sweet blood.
I
man.
could do it.
You could do it?
No.
I think we could last. You and I could. I'm going to contact the
How
producers.
about 7 days?
7 days.
I have thought very seriously about signing up for Survivor.
Oh.
Being real?
Yeah.
Did you have Celebrity Survivor?
My
No,
friend,
I wouldn't want a Celebrity Survivor one.
wanna
Just
jump
go
in.
fucking do it.
Really?
Just do
I
it.
kind of want to.
A lot of politics in that, though.
I know.
One of my best friends, she was on the first or second season, and she
Mm-hmm.
was the second to the last guy. She almost won.
She almost won. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Survivor?
It's the same.
Longest running show on television.
It's the same thing. It's been around for 20 years.
But there's
It's
strategy involved.
Yeah, but I know Survivor only because of the slot machines. You know how they have the theme
Yeah, yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh, the theme.
They have Lord of the Rings, and I made good money on a Survivor one.
Oh yeah,
And you have to make allies. You know, you have to sort of be liked so they don't kick you off.
I could do it. I could win.
Yeah.
You know who went on there is Lisa Whelchel, who played Blair from Facts of Life.
She
if you
did.
recall that woman.
Yeah.
How did she do?
She came in second.
Damn.
Fucking crushed it.
Crushed it.
I'm like, if Welchel can do this shit.
But is there food?
I got it. No, you got to
But you
fucking...
can compete for food items.
Yeah, you get like a bag of rice. And like, you know,
Beans or something.
But then how do you cook it?
you got to figure it out.
Make it
You really have to figure it out on your own?
You got to forge tools and it's just...
I don't know.
It just sounds
This is gonna
fantastic.
sound shit.
And rapid weight loss.
Very
like if I got a
Oh,
photo
really?
shoot coming up, I'm going to book Survivor first
Yeah.
and then do the shoot.
Yeah.
See what I'm
You've
saying?
never been fat though.
Drop a quick
Dave?
30. I don't know.
Never been fat. Though.
I'm
You've always been
I'm a
lean.
fluctuator. I'm a fluctuator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, as an Asian, and I'm going to say something out loud. And this is the honest thing, the most honest thing I can say, is that I don't know how to make rice.
He doesn't.
You've made it once. at
He
least.
doesn't know how
Never
to make
made
rice. He can't even use the finger method.
The finger method's a
I don't even
classic.
know. No one's ever taught me. No
I don't know what the finger method is.
It's just how you measure the water
to rice ratio.
to rice ratio
okay.
using your
First-
finger. It's
first-
just called a rice finger.
You boil it, right?
Okay,
or
wait.
rice cooker if you're Asian.
Well,
Can you boil it?
yes, but tell me how you would make rice on a pot without the rice cooker.
Okay, so what I would do is I would put rice in a pot,
Okay.
right, and put water in it.
Okay.
Okay, I put a little salt.
What's your ratio of rice to water?
Well, here's the thing. I would put the rice. Let's say the rice is. I would double it with water.
So you would do a 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1 ratio.
I like your
A little
style.
wet, but you can,
a little
can
mushy.
evaporate.
Outside of the box, though.
Yeah. You're making luga or what?
All right, so a little less then.
Yeah.
A little less, right? And then you just boil it until the water's gone.
The
you
one
gotta
mistake.
wait for the boil, and then you gotta drop the heat, so it's a slow simmer
He
until
also-
the rice.
He also didn't rinse. Rinse
You
off
don't
the
rinse
starch.
the rice. You gotta soak the rice.
Soak or rinse, yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
you're not an Asian, babe. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. Do you know how to make boba?
Ooh.
Boba is made of what?
Tapioca.
Good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was made out of like
Cassava starch.
hooves and
That's Jello. Jello is.
That's
Oh, okay,
Jell-O.
Jell-O.
yeah, it's
alright.
cow hooves, right?
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
you, man. Not hooves, bro.
hooves, baby.
Yeah?
That's the way to go. It's the way of the future.
But do you don't eat meat at all?
No. No, I will tell you this.
Vegan?
No. Because
He's like, hell no.
there is always that night that we got done playing in San Diego and it's 12:30 and I'm driving back home and there's a fucking In-N-Out on the right. And I'm like, these are the moments I don't eat meat for this. And I'll fucking
you'll go do
crush-
it.
Oh yeah.
Destroy it, yeah.
So I don't have any like ethical issues with it. I feel better when I'm not eating animal products.
Damn, I wish I could be like that.
Dairy is the fucking worst. Dairy is the worst for you. Dairy for sure.
Okay, what's worse, sugar or dairy?
I would say dairy.
Really?
Yeah, because
Like
sugars,
yogurt?
You
Well,
need natural sugars.
well,
as long
sugars
as they're
are
not,
in
like,
fruit. Sugars are in all
Right,
kinds
I
of
know
all kinds
that,
of food.
man.
As long as you're
But-
not getting, as long as
God.
you're getting like complex carbohydrates, not like simple sugar.
But I'm saying like dairy is like we're the only animal. First of all, we're the only animal in the world that takes any kind of dairy from another animal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, the only other animal that takes dairy milk from another animal well past the age of where we're supposed to stop taking it.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to breastfeed for what? A couple,
Yeah,
a
we're
year?
not supposed to. And that's why you become lactose intolerant as you get older,
Yeah.
because that's just a natural response to you not needing milk.
So if you're at a fancy restaurant, you don't get a meat and cheese plate?
I don't get a meat and cheese plate.
Yeah.
No.
He's a charcuterie guy.
I'm a charcuterie all day.
What is that?
Salami.
It's
the
I can't do it.
prosciutto.
Oh, no.
prosciutto and the brie.
Like
and
tapas and shit like that. I
you
hate.
You don't like tapas
No, I
either?
fucking hate
You know
that
what
shit.
it is, fucker? You don't like
Why do
sharing
you have
your
an
food.
accent?
What?
You don't like sharing
You're
food,
goddamn
fucker.
right I don't. And the whole thing.
You know what, fucker? You're not fucker. Hey, fucker, you're not communal.
Do you
Dude.
lose your mind when people pick off your plate?
Are you kidding me? I'll be on a date. I'll be on a date.
so
and it's
angry.
like I'm fucking mad. This is like, you got me going now. Here's my favorite move. Dessert. Would you care for dessert? Do you want anything? I'm not really that hungry. I'm gonna do the German chocolate cake
Yeah.
with the vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have some of yours. What?
Yeah.
No, you won't have some of
Yeah.
mine. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. You know what?
Have some of mine because the amount of people that my order is for is one. They're not bringing like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not bringing one and a little extra.
Right.
They're bringing one. And I'm one person.
Yeah. You know what else I do?
What's that?
If I go out with if I pay for dinner,
Yeah.
and then this is my thing, and I've talked about this before.
Yep.
But if I pay for dinner,
Oh no.
yes, and then someone goes, "Yeah, I'll take this to go," right? I'll be like, "No, you're not.
Oh, yeah.
That's mine."
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, "Are you taking it to go?" "No, I'm leaving it here."
He just throws it away.
Well,
And I just throw it away.
anytime someone's going to pick up the check,
Yeah.
I tack on a few things to go. Oh, you got this? Hold on a second.
Do you really do that? No. Oh my god,
That'd be amazing.
that would be amazing if you did.
But that's just a power trippy thing you do.
No, it's not. I paid for it. So they don't. No, let me just say this. If they go, "Hey, Bobby, I know you paid for it, but can I take this portion of chicken to go?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You know what? You asked. Go ahead." But they assume.
Yeah.
So they go, "We'll take the beans and this to go," and I'm like, "No."
And how many times, by the way, do you wake up the next day and that to-go order is in the back of your car?
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying.
right. They leave.
Fucking kidding
She's
me.
taken things to go and left it in the car before.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
once ever.
No, a couple
and
of
with the
times,
intention
lady.
of giving it to the homeless guy right
That's
here, and you
what
wouldn't
I'm
let me.
talking about.
Yeah.
One time, I made cookies for the homeless man under the underpass here. I made oatmeal cookies, and he refused.
I refused to.
He
do it.
refused to have me given to the guy. He would not let me.
But you're just inviting a stalker.
I know.
What are you
Dave.
doing?
You're dealing
He
with
ate the
fucking
cookies.
Yeah,
No,
I bet
these
he
are for
did.
me.
psychosis.
I think
dog.
he's looking out for you.
Yeah,
You know what I
looking out
mean?
for her health, dude.
Oh, look, all
out
of a
of
sudden this
love.
hot chick out of nowhere is giving me cookies. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe she's the one. Maybe she's the one. I mean, where does she live?
He
I
was
gotta
an
follow her
Australian
home.
guy, and he has the
What
way
does
he
that
set up
mean?
his-
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Okay,
Australian. Why'd you say so? Oh, totally safe.
He has his own little pillow and his little reading nightlight, and he was just an.
Let me tell you
older
something.
guy.
Australia
He's
is where they
homeless, he has a
send
nightlight.
He has a nightlight with a book, and he has his really
the
clean
TV,
setup
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And I just wanted to give him cookies.
Oh, he reads, Bobby.
Yeah. He has a
Oh.
nook. Does he have a nook?
He looks like he was homeless, not.
So
out
if he
of, like-
reads, he's perfectly able to fill out a job application, is what you're
Well,
telling
you know,
me.
yeah, I don't know his.
And he's
his
from
sta-
Australia, which, by the way, is where they sent all the criminals to begin
Yeah,
with.
that's right.
So you
They
are
did.
playing with fire, sister.
And he had a little pillow with the letter K, and that's what got me.
Do homeless people want food?
Yes,
do
they,
they-
do.
No,
it's
if
a
a homeless-
basic necessity.
If I was homeless, would I want somebody? Here's my pizza.
yeah, I'm
you had to
I'd be
eat
like,
it.
"Fuck you."
What if you didn't eat? For
I
like,
want crack or whatever.
No, homeless people.
Oh, is
Well,
that-
we-
oh,
we-
wait. Oh, wait. You're right. I just crossed the line. You're
What?
right. I made an
Crack?
assumption.
What's the joke?
No, there's no joke. No, there was no
This is
joke.
a real
Dave.
What
assumption.
line did it? What line did it
I made an aside. I did the same thing I did with the Black Doorman.
What's
at your
that?
batch. I assumed that all homeless people did drugs.
Well, it's a pretty strong. The evidence is in
know
your
it is.
favor.
I know the evidence is on my favor, but
Yeah.
still, you know what I mean? There's probably a couple of them out there that don't.
Well, the good news is they're likely not listening to this podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. You're good.
Yeah. Is Jane's? Are you guys still touring? Are you guys still touring?
Yeah. We're still a band. Jane's Addiction.
Well, don't get offended. I don't know, Dave.
I'm certainly
just
not
asking you a fucking
offended.
question.
I was trying to be enthusiastic.
Oh, you are?
That wasn't offense. That was enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're playing.
I mean, do you?
We come out and play Jane Says and go home. Thank you.
Oh, you guys have so many good
Dude,
songs.
no, we're still a band. It's been like Nothing Shocking. Our first record came out 30 years ago.
Wow.
Like 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So.
I mean, it's
I
not
can't
only a
believe
legend.
I date girls younger than the records I've made.
Right.
And that's always a prerequisite when I meet a girl. Like, have you ever rewound anything? No. What are you doing Friday?
Or done this to a tape.
Yeah. Rewind, because what girls now, like kids now, don't know what rewinding is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when Jane's Addiction came out, they had CDs, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had tapes too.
Well, he's
Yeah, they
saying
still
like
had
girls
tapes,
in
yeah.
their
I'm just
20s
saying
are-
that. I'm saying that's my dating cutoff.
Right.
If
What's
you
your
were-
dating age cutoff?
If you remember when microwaves came out, it's not happening.
Yeah. Do you have an age requirement or no?
No.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't really care.
So it's just VHS.
Actually, I've been going. VHS is a good cutoff.
No, I think.
But
so.
Beta-
VHS is my.
Okay,
is
but
my,
Betamax. Do you remember Betamax?
Yes, I have actually a Betamax still, but
You
I
do?
remember them only because I grew up in the Philippines and we were a little behind in technology.
Yeah. Well, I used to. I don't know why, but I always went for. I had this characteristic in me that, and I'm sure you can relate to. You put a sea of beautiful women in front of me, I will pick out the one that has the most problematic insides going on, no matter what.
Yeah.
They could all look identical, but the one that's most crazy, that's the one I'm gonna pick. That's the one for me. And so it's usually I would find, I'm just over that drama. So like lately, I've been dating a little bit more in my age range.
Oh, cool.
And it's
I feel like you'd be really well matched up with like a nerdy girl, like a nerdy hot girl.
I think so too.
Yeah, you're a bright
and
dude,
so you're
bro.
a bright guy. Like if someone who's
Yeah,
gonna
if
kind
she's
of intellectually kind of,
and if I haven't had sex with her yet, I would definitely be interested.
Yeah. Yeah. There's stuff about you that's
this
really you're an interesting guy. Dude.
Well, there's a quality I look for in
Yeah.
women.
What is it?
With the ability to turn into other women.
Right. So you don't get bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Honey, put this wig on, would you?
well, that's what role playing's for. Bobby and I
Yeah,
are
we do
master
some
role
weird
players.
shit, man.
Do you guys get into weird shit?
Oh yeah.
Really weird stuff.
shit.
How long have you been together?
5 years.
Yeah, it's
years,
gonna
yeah.
get. Yeah, it's weird. It's
So
time
it's
for a
like,
weird.
at this point, we have to be different. You know what I mean? Like in bed, he has to be like a Japanese businessman.
Yeah.
He cannot
I'm always
be
a Japanese.
himself.
I'm
He
always
can't
a
be-
Japanese
He can't
businessman.
show up as Bobby Lee anymore. I can't show up as Khalyla anymore.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you
It's-
made it work.
I've never dated anyone as long. This is double the time.
Yeah, actually, I don't know that you've ever. I've never.
Yeah,
known your
yeah.
girlfriend.
And I am I can't believe I found her.
That's
This
great.
has been great. you
How
know?
long? How did you guys meet?
Tinder.
You're kidding.
I swear to God.
Tinder.
Tinder.
Yeah,
When
man.
Tinder first started, when there was still some talent there. Now
Yeah.
it's sort of just, I don't know, it's a little trashy now.
I tried it once, and I
What
tried
other ones
Raya.
did you try? Oh, but Raya. Okay, so
Raya.
tell us about Raya, because none of us have ever.
The only person that I met on Raya and went out with was an ex-girlfriend. We matched up again. We're like, oh, this is really weird.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
well, let's get together anyway. But that's the only time. I just don't like, I don't know. I'm more old school in the sense that if I see a girl at a Starbucks or at Erewhon or whatever, I'll just walk up.
Erewhon.
Well, the hottest people in the
Yeah,
world are
it's
at
true.
Erewhon.
It's hot hipsters.
Yeah, have you been in there lately?
Yeah, but
You gotta go shop.
You gotta shop at
Shop
Erewhon.
with me.
fuck Air One, man. But
You gotta shop with me, bud.
I would love to go to
You're
Air
just
One.
not doing it wrong.
Shop.
Wait, we apple cider vinegar and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just go there, taste the things, get talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, start bringing up-
Probiotics. You like probiotics?
Start talking about probiotics and
Yeah.
kale and shit,
Kale,
man. They
yeah,
go
yeah.
fucking crazy.
You don't date women though that don't know who you are or no? I'm sure.
I don't give a fuck if they know.
Yeah, but they all know.
I don't. Yeah, but I'm really, I'm so enmeshed in my professional life that it's the last thing I want to do or talk about or be
Yeah.
when I'm on my own time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's enough. You know what I mean? It's like it's enough me already.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's really difficult because my dates will think that I'm like withholding stuff about myself, but I just don't want to fucking talk about it. I'm over it. I'm bored of it. You know what I mean? I want to hear about you. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I guess there's some preconceived notions. I mean, it makes it harder and it makes it easier, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier to meet people, but sometimes it's harder because they assume that I expect X, Y, and Z. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I want to recommend something to you. Did you see Hereditary yet?
I haven't. I rented it and fell asleep.
Do you like scary movies?
I love them. I just happen to be tired. But is it great?
I've seen it 3 times.
It's great.
Yeah, and I want you to watch it, okay?
Okay.
I also want to do your podcast. When can I be on it?
Wednesday night at 9. No. I'm out next Wednesday. It's Wednesdays 9 to 11.
Well, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, you think?
Yes.
We're in.
Why are you going?
Okay,
Are we in town?
Yeah,
are
we're
we
in
back?
town. We're in town.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Joshua
We're going to go to
Tree.
Joshua Tree for a couple days. But
Nice.
Do you like it there?
I do.
are you going to have me on or no?
Yeah, you're going to be on. It's going to be great. It's going to be better than this.
I know. This is great, though.
This is. Are we done? Is this my cue?
No. We're not
You
done.
wrapping me up?
No, what we do now, right, is we do a question and answer kind of a thing.
Okay.
All right.
Like a Rorschach test.
It's called.
We should do a Rorschach test.
Wouldn't that
What is
be
a Rorschach?
great?
What is that?
You know, the ink blot
The ink
and
blots.
yeah.
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
see?
And they're all wings every time. Okay.
I always see like black stuff. Like black, like you know what I mean?
Black people?
No, man.
There you just got this
I
fetish.
know. But you know what? The thing I'm gonna stop doing is I do like whenever I see like, you know, my African American comics, I go, "What's up, bro?" You know what I mean? I go into that.
I
thing,
do it too.
and I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't think they like it.
Yeah. I know, but they don't say anything.
Well, I with my operator, my console operator, I cleared it, and now I'm allowed to speak that way to him.
Oh.
And now I gave him a catchphrase.
You need a pass.
I gave him a catchphrase.
Yeah.
So I go, "Oh, Darren, my man, what's up?" And he has to say every time, "What's up, what's up, what's up?"
Wow. Because, you know, when I did that Harold and Kumar 3, and I told you about the medic that came out to me, and he said, "Mystery," he was a white guy.
Yeah.
And I asked for some aspirin. So he comes to me and he goes, "Mystery, here your aspirin." You know what I mean? Doing the Asian accent.
Yeah.
And I didn't say to him, "Dude, that's not right. I don't know you."
Yeah.
Right, but I allowed it to happen. Is that the same thing as when I go up to an African American and going, "What's up?"
It's a little cringy. I think that maybe you're of like a little bit of an older, like we don't do that anymore.
I don't think it's the same. I think that when you go to an African American guy and you say "What's up," that is a modern day colloquialism that is used in the streets in everyday conversation.
Yeah,
What's
I don't.
up is fine.
But no, I don't say it that way. I go, "What's up?"
He
You know,
does. He's a little
do
extra.
that.
Right. I mean, I'm sure, but it is. But it's modern day conversation where a guy pretending to have a lesser understanding of his own language to appeal to you because he thinks he's going to put you at ease by speaking in broken English is racist.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what I
That's
mean?
weird,
Like
yeah.
that's weird because he can speak English.
He can speak English.
You
yeah.
don't say "What's up" in a different language.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if you did it in some weird like tribal like Kenyan thing, then
Right, that
maybe-
would be too. Yeah.
Maybe you're crossing
Yeah,
the line.
you want.
The clicks and whistles.
Let's not click at people. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do this thing at the end called Unhelpful Advice, and people email, and you can be helpful or not helpful. It doesn't matter.
Unhelpful Advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Dave Navarro.
Second City, dude.
Konnichiwa.
Second City.
That is
bro.
crazy.
Konnichiwa, Papa, Kalaka, Gilgil, Pink Dick. I recently found out that my girlfriend of 5 years has been texting a guy who she knows via work with sexy pictures and messages. I saw that it was only happening for 2 months and then stopped. I confronted her about this, and she says that it's all over now. She says that nothing has happened physically between them, and it was only messages, and it's over now, and they no longer are talking. What she doesn't know is that I know her phone passcode. Several weeks ago, I let curiosity get the better of me, and I checked her phone and noticed they were still in communication. I casually asked her if they were still talking, and she said no. In the past, she has proven herself to be a capable and consistent liar, once saying that she lied to me to protect my feelings. Does this small lie suggest that she's lying about other things? At this point, I feel that I cannot trust her ever again, and letting myself get consumed by negative thoughts spirals. What advice do you guys have to offer me? Nosotros Papaya, A. Sparks.
I got this one on lock, so if you guys need to
Go
figure it
ahead,
out,
Davey. Go ahead.
you gotta get the fuck out, dude. Now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out, because all that's happening is it's making you crazy. It's making you question your own thoughts, your own thinking. It's taking up all that mental headspace, and you don't know. You don't want to live in a life where you're checking phone codes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't.
She's lying. Mm-hmm. You can't trust somebody that's lying. It's based on,
I'm willing to bet that it actually became physical.
Yeah.
And you just didn't find out about that.
Oh yeah. That could quite possibly be the situation.
And they're probably together right now.
Yeah.
As you're listening.
Yeah. She can't even talk because his cum is in your mouth.
Her mouth is so full.
Yeah.
This guy's just crying while listening to this.
But she's crying his cum.
Is that how science works?
Yeah, that's how science works.
Yeah, out. Wouldn't you say out?
Yes, just on surface level, yes.
And here's the worst part. Here's the best part. Here's the punchline, and this is the truth. Mm-hmm. He's going to end it, and somehow among their friends, he's going to be the asshole. That's how it works out.
That's how it works
Guys
out.
are always the asshole. He abandoned me, and I was going through a thing. I was insecure, and I was reaching out for some security. If he was there for me to begin with, I wouldn't have needed to reach out for others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already can see this one coming a mile away.
Get out. Get out.
Doing yourself a favor.
That's easy. Give me another one. I need another email.
Hey, TigerBelly. I grew up with strict traditional Asian, not East Asian, parents who immigrated to
What
the West.
What was that little side note? Not East
Maybe
Asian.
South Asian. Maybe he's Indian.
Okay.
Maybe he's Filipino, Southeast Asian.
Yeah, it's like a little spicier
Maybe
curry.
he's Laotian.
Spicier curry.
Yeah, I don't like the differentiate. I think we're all Asian. Let's just be in one thing.
They don't think that, though.
Sweetie.
You're Korean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, you feel like you're the top of the food
yes,
chain.
you're right.
Dave
I
knows.
know, it's easy for you to say
Dave
that.
knows.
My godkids are Korean. Yeah,
They
look,
do think that.
you're looking at me. Want to get into the Vietnamese, Bob? We'll talk about that.
I grew up with...
No, just stop for a second. Just stop. Let that sink in, okay? What he just did. Let that sink in. All right. What you did right there was intuitive. You know things.
Very accurate, factual.
Don't say that, okay?
We gave them a spoon. That's the Koreans' whole thing.
Yeah.
Without us, they had no spoon.
All right.
Am I wrong though?
Yeah, no, you're wrong or right. I don't know. Okay. But you're very intuitive, all right, and you know a lot of things. And I'm going to leave it at that, okay?
All right, so let's go
All
back.
right, go ahead.
I grew up with strict traditional Asian parents who immigrated to the West when I was a baby. I've lived in the West my whole life. I always found it hard to balance the Asian side and the Western side of me. There have been so many times where I felt conflicted. Example, dating. I know at the end of the day it's my life, but I love my parents and I don't want them to be sad. How do you handle being a person who feels they are part of two completely different cultures? How do I find the balance? You all seem so free, and I envy that. A fan.
I mean,
What age did he come here?
No age.
The thing is this: you're American, okay? You know, when my parents, everything that they believe and they say is rooted in a different culture, but that has nothing to do with my life. Because if I would have followed all their rules and their opinions and who to date and jobs and all that stuff, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be working at some sort of office with dating a girl named Chung Tring Tring, right? A 4'7" like Korean chick, and then like
They're taller now, you know. Korean girls.
whatever,
are tall
okay,
now.
whatever, okay,
Sure, prove a point.
yeah. And I would just be living this like mundane life. But I said to myself, as an American, I'm gonna follow my dreams. I'm gonna do stand up. They go, no, you can't do it. You're never gonna make. And I go, well, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Right? They go, you have to marry Korean. I married this like half Middle Eastern half thing.
I don't think both sides of you.
Middle Eastern.
Well, part
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Oh.
Quarter. My grandmother was full Egyptian.
Well, that's good,
So
Bob.
there's-
So when you get some intel, give me a heads up so I can get out of town. The next
yeah,
strike.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I don't think that both parts of you have to be in opposition. I think that you can, like, I'm a 1.5er. I came from the Philippines when I was 15, and I still honor both. I'm able to be all of that. That's the beauty of America. You can come here and still be all of that.
Yeah, but your mom doesn't have these like you can't date. You know what I mean? You have to date a Filipino. She doesn't have those weird things.
Yeah, that's true.
She's open. I know her.
But you can still make your mom feel assured in the fact that you carry a lot of, I don't know what culture he comes from. Let's like assume he's Indian. And still, she has to get with the times, right? And you, like you said, you have to train your parents. And sometimes you have to kind of force your way there and kind of prove to them that this was the right decision.
Yeah.
And over time, they're kind of just going to, they'll get there with you. It might take some pushing.
Yeah, but your mom is. I'm just saying. Is your mom always? She's so liberal.
My mom is.
She's open to every. She loves all people.
That's right.
She loves art.
Well, I think that you got to follow your dream. It's your life. You got to live it the way you can. And I'll tell you that I live a lifestyle that goes very, very much against my family's lifestyle and what they wanted for me. And they wanted me to go to college, wanted me a doctor, a lawyer, whatever the fuck they wanted. And I was like, listen, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Not only is this what I'm doing, but I'm dropping out of high school to do it. Wow. Never finished high school. And you know what? They're my parents and they love me no matter what. They're just not psyched about some of my choices.
Right.
But the fact is, this is my body, this is my air, these are my feelings, this is my brain, this is my heart. I'm the one who has to carry around all this stuff. And I am not going to let their guilt make my decisions for me. Yeah. And that's what I would say. And so what I do is when I visit my parents, I just kind of drop, I hate to say this, but in self-interest, I leave 30% of myself out the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't bring the whole fucking thing in the house and be like, hey, it's, let's, let's fucking whatever. But, I just I'm respectful to them. And when I'm under their house, I abide by their rules, which is why I stay there for 90 minutes at a time. And then do what I can. But yeah, man, it's your life. And when it's time to die, they're not dying with you. It's just you.
Yeah. And part of being, being true to yourself is learning how to disappoint people, even if that means disappointing your parents.
Brilliant. Yeah. That's brilliant.
It's just part of life.
When you said that, Dave, I do like going home. Because I can't fully be this fucking comedian at home. I have to eat their food. You know what I mean? I have to listen to their opinions and smell their smells and just be there and be. And there is a feeling of a love, right? And a comfortable feeling that I don't get really anywhere else. There's something about that. I'm so. I'm just blessed that I have that. They're still here with us, and that I can still have that. But, so dude, don't cut your parents. Your parents love you, but you just you heard what we said.
Like he said, leave 30% of yourself out the door.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes it's just,
Yeah, because the option is you're not going to follow your dreams and you're not going to follow your heart and you're going to resent them for the rest of your life. And that is the number one offender, as we know. Resentment is the number one offender.
Wait, so how old were you when you were in Jane's Addiction?
I got in the band, I think I was 17.
My God. Yeah. And how old was Perry then?
I think he was 26.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you were a pretty good guitar player at that time then.
Yeah.
You had to have been.
Yeah. I haven't gotten any better. I really haven't. I'm not one of those guys that sits around and plays and practices all the time. I get all my training with other musicians.
Yeah.
But
and then when did you? I'm curious. When did you guys make it? When did you hit?
We hit basically when we broke up, because we did all this touring, we did all these records, and we did the first Lollapalooza in 1991.
Yeah.
And that was our last tour, and then we quit. And then we all went home and realized how huge we were. We had no idea.
Wow.
Especially back then, because no internet, no cell phones, no computers, we had no way of knowing. I didn't know.
Are you kidding me?
No, there was no way to track how you're doing, really.
Really?
I could have called the label and found out what numbers are, but I don't,
Wow.
I was 20 years old. I don't know.
It's so weird because my perspective is I bought a ticket to that 91, Lollapalooza. I was in the audience. I think Ice-T was on it. Yep. And I was sitting there, and when you guys came on, I got when you see, you start getting I can't believe I'm this close to them. They're human beings, you know what I mean? And they start playing, and you're just in completely. I'm from the suburbs. Like, I'm a fan. Like, I can't believe I'm around famous people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then in their heads, they're like, we haven't made it yet.
No. Well, what about you? What was?
I still haven't made it yet. But like,
what was Mad TV? Was that like I made it?
No.
What was the made it thing?
I haven't made it yet.
Yes, you have.
I feel
You're
like
a household name.
I'm not a household name at all.
Household name.
You think I'm a household name?
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
think so.
I do too.
When I tell people I do this podcast, like with who, and I say your name, like, what the fuck? How did you get that?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who you are.
I see. I don't know. I wake up at 2, 3 in the afternoon, and there's a hole in my fucking heart.
Yeah, I have that too.
Anyway.
That's our podcast.
That's why I have Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, you can buy they whatever shape that hole is. There's something on Amazon that'll fit right perfectly
He's
in
a
there.
Prime guy.
Ooh, Prime.
Prime,
He's
baby.
a Prime guy.
Fills a void in my life.
Let me just say this. So, Jane says, what album was that on?
That was on the first record. That was on Nothing Shocking.
Right.
And
what song was it? Coming down the mountain. What that song?
That's Mountain Song. That's also on the first record.
The first record.
Yeah.
During that record, you
Yeah.
didn't think you made it.
Not really. I mean, we were stoked to have a record out, but like we didn't know if anybody bought it. We didn't know if anybody liked it. I mean,
Right.
we would see people and then that last tour, the Lollapalooza, it was a big festival that was sold out, but we didn't know they were there to see us. Or were they here to see the whole day? Were they here? You know what I mean? So it's like, it wasn't until the band was over that I was like, wow, we made an impact here.
And then you were on the Red Hot Chili Peppers for how long?
5 years. Wow. 5 years. And then went back to Jane's.
Then went back to Jane's.
Yeah.
I know several rock stars, right? I know Anthony as well. Just the nicest. I don't know what it is. They're just so nice. Every time, comics are the ones that are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I meet comics, I go, fuck that guy.
Let me ask you this, Bobby. Have you been watching or did you watch I'm Dying Up Here?
All my friends are on it. They've all done this podcast.
Oh, they have? You can't watch it?
We promoted it
Every
next to
single
the
one.
show.
Every single one has been on this podcast.
And you won't watch it?
No. Do you see it?
I've seen it.
You like it?
I mean, I'm not part of the comedy world, so
Yeah.
it was fun for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I was going to... My question was going to be how accurate was that?
I think it was pretty accurate. I mean, Neil Brennan had a funny thing. He said it would have been better if the real people were in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. His idea would have been like
there's a
Jay Leno talking about it and then just hiring a young guy to play Jay Leno.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because there's a guy that's like a Gabe Kaplan type.
Yeah. They did prototypes,
Yes.
right? But I think it'd been more interesting to see, what Letterman and Leno and these actual
for sure.
guys
I
did.
think you're right.
You know,
I think you're right.
to see what did they have the guy jumping off the? There was a guy.
Hyatt?
They had that in the
First
really?
season, yeah.
What did he do?
The guy that jumped off after he had
Oh, yeah. As soon as he had his big break, he walked in front of a bus.
Yeah, but in the real thing is that he didn't make it. What happened was he went on strike, and when the strike was over, he didn't get any spots.
Oh.
Right? And he kept calling everyone like, I'm not getting any spots. Because people like club owners were resentful at him for him striking, and he jumped off the Hyatt.
No, in the show he lands Carson, which is the deal.
Yeah.
And then he gets Carson, and Johnny invited him over to the couch, and it was a big fucking there's no back in those days that was like that's it, that's
Right.
top tier, right?
Yeah.
And then he left the Carson show and jumped in front of a bus.
Oh my God.
Went out on the high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got called over at Jay Leno back in 1990.
You got called over?
2000.
But is getting called over to the couch on Leno the same as getting
That's
called
what I'm
over
saying.
to the couch as
The next day,
Carson?
no one called me.
Really?
And yet till this day, no one's ever said, I saw you on Jay Leno.
Really?
Yeah. It was so depressing. I remember playing Fight Night with my brother Steve the next day.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was okay. I remember him saying that, and then that's it.
Oh my.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of these kinds of films, fuck, what was I just landing on? I drew a blank, but that to me,
No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until you think of it.
fucking, I'm so upset.
No, you know what? When people do this, it drives me crazy.
It's right. You, I'm driving me crazy.
I know, but I want to make you as uncomfortable as possible.
No,
so.
I'm not uncomfortable. You'll edit this out. But
Let me see if we can get there together.
Yeah.
All right. So was it a movie that you were saying?
Gary Shandling Diaries.
There we go.
Have you watched it?
I'll tell you why I haven't.
Oh, Bob!
I know. I'll tell you why I haven't.
Oh my God!
I know. Can I tell you why?
Oh my God! I know. Thank you guys for having me here.
You know what? I will start watching it.
I'm telling you.
Because Judd, right?
Yes.
I love Judd. Judd did it, right?
Yeah, he did.
And he was so pro on Instagram that I was so inundated by it that I'm like, I'm going to hold off.
I'm with you.
I love Gary Shandling. In fact, he gave me a compliment once, Gary Shandling. What did he say? Oh, God. So I did before I booked the movie The Dictator, he called in, Shasha brought in me, Nick Kroll, Renaziz, a bunch of people to read the script. But when we showed up, everyone was there. Larry David, Larry Charles, Gary Shandling, everyone was there. And I read, and then I was walking out, and Larry Charles was standing out there by this patio with Gary Shandling, and Gary Shandling stops the conversation he had with Larry Charles just to say to me, "Great job, kid."
Damn.
Wow.
And I went, I had like, I go, "Thank you."
Oh yeah.
Right. And I got in my car, and when you're driving away from something like that, the world is at your fucking fingertips, my friend. The next day I was suicidal, but other than that fucking drive away.
Let me tell you, Bobby.
Yeah.
And I if you're gonna make me watch Hereditary, I'm gonna make you watch it. It's on HBO Go.
Yeah.
Gary Shandling Diaries. It's 2 parts, so watch a part tonight. But not only is it his story and his path and his creative genius, but they have access to like 20 years of his journals.
Wow.
And it's all his frustration, all his sadness, all his torment and torture.
Yeah.
And how tormented this guy was, and how ultimately he had to find some kind of spiritual path at the end. Yeah. And it gets all Buddhist and fucking crazy and really weird, but there's 2 things in it that are really interesting. One is an interview that Ricky Gervais was doing with Gary at his house, which just goes so uncomfortably wrong.
Yeah.
That it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Ricky Gervais was a little fat then, right?
He was a little fat then, but like Gary was like not into it.
Not into it
like
at all.
He came home and Gary, and like it's just the best. And then the other thing was that his dream was always to take Carson over. Like that was his dream.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do. Then they offer it to him, and he passes on it.
Why?
Damn.
You gotta watch it, man. I'll tell you why.
I know that he died alone, right? A heart attack by himself in his house, right?
I don't know.
I think that's what happened.
I don't know. But what I do know is that him and his fiance then were going to get married. They were working on this house. They were going to build this house. Did you know the story?
No.
So he's working this house, and they're going to get married once their dream house is built. And he wanted to put off the marriage, so every couple months he'd go up to the site and tell the contractor, you know what, let's put the pool over there, like lengthen the amount of time before he had to. Yeah. He was a fucking deep motherfucker.
He is a funny guy, dude. One of the best.
So funny, man. But I'm
best.
telling you, and that's something the 2 of you can watch together.
We are going to watch it tonight.
Because
my
he's
dad's
funny,
favorite show.
and I'm sure that you will resonate with you because a lot of what you do, I'm assuming, this is an assumption, but I take my painful, uncomfortable moments and I turn it into music or whatever, and I would imagine the same with comedy. That's why I always call like the Comedy Store like the House of Darkness, because it really is a fucking dark vibe in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's funny when people are when the shows are happening, but there's some dark motherfuckers in there.
Have you been there like when when it was dark, like late night?
No,
it's so spooky late night.
I was in there recently during the day.
Wow.
I remember being called to Paulie's office in there. I was like, get me the fuck out of here, man. This place is fucking, it's dark.
Yeah.
But please, I implore you
I'm
to
going to
watch
it tonight, Dave. And can I just say this too?
Yeah.
Is that we've been doing this podcast for a very long time, and you are one of my favorite guests.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, you're so good,
for sure.
so clear, so funny, so
nice.
Insightful, and I'm just, grateful that you showed up, man. I'm really pumped by it, man.
Anytime.
You're a good dude,
I love
man.
You. And,
I love you too, man.
And I expect to see you on our show.
It's fine. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
What's the
Salty. If you don't give him something definitive, he gets salty.
Yeah,
real
it's
quick.
fine. No, it's you can. It doesn't have to.
It has to be like a firm yes.
Right. No, it is a yes. I got to check with my producer. I have a producer.
He's a producer.
Sensitive artist.
So I don't know. I don't know. We got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's sensitive.
We might have a big name. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Give Dave Navarro a round of
Thanks,
applause,
guys.
guys.
Dave, any final plugs? Your show and.
The only plugs I have is Ink Master Season 11 starts August 28th at 10 o'clock on the Paramount Network. And you can find me on Instagram, Dave Navarro, Twitter, Instagram, all the same, Dave Navarro. Facebook, I think is Dave Navarro. I'm not sure. I don't really check.
What size shirt do you wear?
I think they're
what
all
size shirt do you wear?
medium. But I think that those. Are you a social media guy? Like,
Yeah,
you
I do
big
some.
with it?
I do some.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
It's killing America, man.
It is.
It's destroying society.
Agree.
I'm not doing anything to change that. I'm still participating.
Yeah.
But I'm just aware it's destroying us.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. You can say what you want about John McCain. He passed. But today I went to his Instagram, and people are just ripping him apart. It's
What?
just like,
Really?
Yeah, like thank God you're dead. I mean, all the
You're kidding.
And in my head, I mean, just score thousands.
That's so.
And in my head, I'm like, wow, it's a sick place, man.
Have you noticed recently that no matter who dies, all of a sudden everybody in the world was the biggest fan of that person?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
I want to go, name me 3 Aretha Franklin songs. That's all I want to say. You know what I mean? Let's back this up.
The worst one for me is when people can't do good things for other people without documenting it and showing that they've done good.
Oh, I know.
I'm volunteering here and here. It's always like, can you just do that without announcing it?
No.
Can you?
I can't.
Everything has to be announced. Like all your good deeds are announced.
Yeah.
Because you're not even doing it as a good deed. You're just doing it for the attention. And
Yeah.
that's
I had a party yesterday at my house, which, by the way, every Sunday is Suspension Sunday at my house, and you guys got to come.
What is that?
It's where we do the hook hanging thing, where we do the, you know about that, right? That I do.
I want to try it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to, but you can come hang out too.
I want to hang.
Are you serious?
Are you
Hook hang.
hanging
I want
by
to hook
what?
hang.
By hooks that
By
go
hooks
through
in
your skin.
Oh, through your
on
skin.
your skin?
Yeah, baby.
What do you think he was talking about?
You get
This
impaled.
is like apparatus that you put on, like with
No.
No, dude.
No, I'm not going.
You're getting,
I will not be there.
you get impaled, babe.
I'm not being impaled.
Bro, you're going.
I'll get you through.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of
Well,
one.
you've done it. It's
Oh, a million times. But like, for instance, this was yesterday. This girl is like pierced through her knees.
The knees?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
shit.
So that happens on Sundays. And you guys are
Oh,
welcome.
wow.
Very-
We have to show up one day.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's just like a weird little hang. But speaking of which, I got everybody together for a group photo because everybody was there, and that guy realized I was like, "All right, you guys can all go now. I'll just post a picture and like out you go."
Yeah.
Like all I need is to prove that I have friends that came over. Now, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Put the picture up. Out. Go. You're
Imagine back in
muddying
the
up
day,
the carpets.
like when Schindler, saved all those, Jews, and him taking a photo and
Yeah.
bragging about it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Schindler's the
Yeah,
best.
you know what I mean? And smile, I did this, and then also tag me on your photos because I
Yeah.
did this for you.
What about also reminding all the people like years later?
Right.
Throwback Thursday, the time that I released all those Jews.
Right? Back then, people did it just to do it to save lives.
Right.
Right.
Now, would he tag the ones that didn't make it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you got to ask yourself.
Yeah. Anyway.
Strong ending.
that
Strong
note.
ending. Strong ending. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on the Twitters at the TigerBelly, and make sure you email us any questions or unhelpful advice at thettigerbelly@gmail.com. And make sure you check out our sponsors, Postmates. For a limited time, get $100 of free delivery credit at Postmates with the promo code BELLY. Also, Ridge Wallet for 10% off your slim front carry wallet. Go to ridgewallet.com and use the promo code TigerBelly. Remember, Ridge for her pleasure.
For your pleasure.
And don't forget also, if you're a real papaya, you want premium content, it comes out every Monday. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TigerBelly. Have a good night.